G'day, Traders Mindset Reset, Tuesday, day 2 on the front side of our new week. I'm going to answer some questions today and talk about some different perspectives about best trade candidates, best trade setups. Some of the last few days I've had first green day, first red day videos. Those videos are also in the back library in the first red day, first green day sections along with the accompanying PDFs. I'll be adding some more stuff hopefully over the next few days as well. One of the things I want to sort of get specific on with traders is the understanding of, I've talked the last few weeks about getting really specific and then mastering a couple of setups that you resonate with the best. And part of that is because, like today's a great example that we saw some movement later in the day in the session, and traders have messaged me and emailed me and said, what about this? What about that? What about this? And my response to that always is the question of, is that your best trade setup candidate? Is that the setup that you have decided is your executable setup? Because I want to talk about some things regarding just taking trades versus really knowing where you have a 90-10 edge. And just because I don't take a trade doesn't mean that it isn't a best trade candidate. And also, if I don't want to take that trade, it doesn't mean that it's a best trade, not a best trade candidate. It's just that as you get a bit more specific and focused, again, I talk about sizing and scalability. The bigger your account gets, the question I always ask myself, and I challenge you to ask yourself, is this a trade that you would want to increase and put more size onto? And only you can answer that based on your understanding and the parameters and the mechanics of that specific trade setup. How well can you manage more size? Or is this just I want to buy the low and sell the high, or sell the high and buy the low? Or is this actually an opportunity where I have a rinse and repeat situation that I see over and over and over again, and I know how to manage and execute that trade, and I've done it 1,000 times. And like my friend Steven says, 10,000 kicks once, or one kick 10,000 times. And Bruce Lee's famous quote. So front side. Now, just so traders, again, re-emphasizing that the timing within a month itself can affect when we can see opportunities, high of month, low of month, high of week, low of week, at the front side of a week. We saw examples in those videos of first red day, first green days that started Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and gave fantastic parabolic other time frame traders driven market situations where they're all in to the end of the day. And so again, we're front side. One of the questions I got regarding oil today was, what about this? What about oil? And again, I want to point out that my objective is never to try and buy the low or sell the high, because we're still front side. Take a look at that market. We have 3 days of breakout, traders, since last Wednesday. But we're still making lower lows, and yes, it did reverse. But hey, here's the best part. Maybe that's the beginning now of a first green day potential reversal opportunity that could go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and that still could pump up and roll over. I don't know. We're in a larger time frame template dumping down. We're front side. We're front side. We're front side. So understand, amateurs open typically in a week, and professionals will close. And that's something that I, keep rehashing and repeating to different people, because it's just an understanding that everybody wants to get in. Is that a first red day, first green day? They want to get in on Tuesday and catch a move. But the understanding of a bigger picture template where we get larger time frame players driving those moves may take a little bit longer to set up. So again, it depends on what your objectives are. If your objectives are just to scalp in and out, and catch a move or get a move, if that is your playbook, then that is entirely, it has to resonate with you best. My perspective is I'm looking for where I'm going to have an all-in opportunity. I'm stepping back. I'm looking for either really simple, clean, well-engineered templates. I think I had that yesterday on the DJ30. Today, I wasn't interested in buying oil. It did, though, come 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour reversal. Great trade to those who took it for a session trade. That's day one, potentially now maybe starting the low of the week for a first green day? I don't know. But only you can answer if it's a best trade setup. If you executed well, if you extracted profits, managed your risk, you had a mechanical model there that you had a viable entry, you took the trade, you managed your downside, you locked in profits and got on with your day. The reason why I say that is that I'm not going to be looking through every single instrument to determine each and every session if there was a move and if it was a good trade. That's not my goal. My goal on the currencies typically, and I've said this before, is the larger time frame template. There are certain behaviors that need to happen before I'll look at that. We saw a first green day on the Canadian dollar, and that market has now made a higher high on Monday and dumped down into that first green day peak formation and continued to go higher on Tuesday. So congratulations to the traders that took that trade. So not every single trade has to be taken. That's what I'm getting at. Not every single trade has to be taken by every trader. And one trader commented today, I feel like I miss out when I see other people posting on the community tab because they got 50 pips here or 30 pips there. And remember, I never tell nobody has to post their results or say they did this, because a lot of times traders are trading all different types of setups, and that confuses traders because they think they missed out. But that's why I say to traders, what have you missed out on if your setup hasn't presented yet? You haven't missed out on anything. And so if you understand exactly what you're looking for, not trying to catch a move, not trying to catch the high or catch the low and get into something and trade every day, what is the setup that you're looking for? Another trader commented, I guess there wasn't any setups today. I don't know. What is the setup that you're looking for? That's why, for me, I said there wasn't anything for me today. That's really important, because rinse and repeat means you know exactly what you're looking for. I know there are traders out there that like micro scalping and they want to catch every little move. But how is that scalable, reproducible, and the likelihood of consistency over time? Don't know. Some people can do that. I know that that's not my modus operandi. My game of attack is to target the larger time frame template so I can position myself and be adding into a market that is going to be potentially driven maybe right into the close, so that I can hold on to that and squeeze the maximum amount, maybe even leave some trailers on if I feel that has the potential to continue. So again, my thought process is as things scale up in size, am I going to really try to catch this move with size? I mean real size. Or am I going to be able to get into the market in a market that's continuing to confirm my thesis and be adding in and adding in and adding in, and it goes parabolic and it is not coming back? Understand that last part. In a trade setup that is not going to come back that day or that session. So that's my thought process. And so you don't have to agree or disagree. You just have to master the setups that you're looking for, whether that's a 3-session setup, whether that's a 3-day setup, whether that's a 3-hour setup. So important. Know exactly what you are looking for, and that removes the stress. Do you know what stress comes from? Uncertainty. Stress comes from uncertainty. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. Warren Buffett. So get very clear. Be patient, be willing to step back and actually get very, very clear. The markets aren't going anywhere. And when you get very, very clear and you're able to know exactly what you're looking for, there's no stress and there's no desire or need to try and catch a move today if your setup doesn't present. You have not missed out on anything. Be willing to sit back, be patient, and when your opportunity comes, understand when it's go time, you don't need 10 charts up if you got one that hits your criteria. You should be able to hunt things out, be relaxed, be calm, be able to start to execute that position. How is price behaving? Is this confirming my thesis? Am I going to add in, or is this a nail and bail today? Is tomorrow going to be an all in because today's the nail and bail? Or is today just a stop hunt or whatever that may be? And so If you're going to attack a trade opportunity, like Paul Tudor Jones says, he won't look at anything that doesn't offer him at least 5 times his risk on that opportunity. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be like that. It could be a 90-10 probability on a 2-to-1 trade setup, but that's something that you have to decide. How do you want to build your trading business? How do you want to build your trading business so that it's rinse and repeat, it's simple, it's reproducible, it's zero stress, zero emotion, and you get enough frequency of those opportunities every single week that there's no need to feel like you need to chase something or get into the market just to catch a move. Okay? My thoughts, my thought process. Hopefully there's some bits and pieces that can help traders today. Congratulations to the traders that did have some excellent opportunities today in their session and in their trade setups. It's day 2. We're still on the front side. Tomorrow's Wednesday, day 3, the midpoint range of the week. We've got range expansions on indexes. We've got range expansion on oil. We've had a range expansion day 2 on gold is an inside day. We've had some currencies that have started to set up. Canadian dollar, as I mentioned, was the first green day on Friday. Great trade by some traders today. But step back and be patient. Front side. Remember, one parabolic, larger time frame trade once in a week far outweighs trades that you're afraid to put size on because you're trying to catch the very low or sell the very high. My goal is never ever to do that. I wait for them to lock in the high or lock in the low. And then once that's confirmed, even on a day setup opportunity, like oil gave a parabolic move later in the session, I wasn't prepared to sit around today. It's only Tuesday. If it was Thursday, maybe. So just my thoughts. That's my thoughts. My mindset, my thought process sharing with you. Sometimes, and again, if you're uncertain about anything, guess what that is? 50-50. So be willing to be patient. Don't feel that you need to get a trade on a Tuesday if you're not sure. And congratulations to the traders who just sat back and said, no, I don't see that. I'm looking for a first green day, first red day. Fantastic. Perfect. We're going to get opportunities. It's inevitable. We always do. So be patient, be relaxed, understand the power of compounding range expansion opportunities. Compounding range expansion opportunities. They're the ones that you can add into. And then when they don't come back, your numbers just keep going, and that's what we want to see. So just keep it simple. Be patient and understand front side, back side. Have a great day, traders, and may the markets go with you.